The idea behind Sacred Roots started through a conversation I was having with a close friend of mine. He said, if you were to drop everything today, pack all of your bags, which community in the United States would you move to right now? I said, I'm not sure there is one. And he looked at me in the eye and he said, why don't we just make that ourselves? We began to ideate around what an ideal community in our minds would be. What would it feel like? What would it smell like? What would it taste like? What would the bodily experience be? And then what would its teachings focus on? What would be its priorities in terms of community building? When you walk in, you need to be welcomed. When you walk in, we're going to immediately place you into our group chats and invite you out for coffee and grab dinner. Over the course of almost 3 years now, we've cultivated a strong multi-ethnic, multilinguistic, and multi-generational community.
We have various types of programming. We have bi-weekly Dua Kamil. We have circle readings. We have open forum discussions. We do community outreach events such as soup kitchens that allow us to interact with the local community here. It goes back to the idea that anyone who is spiritually curious has a space here. Anyone is welcome here. It really serves as a place for that person who may feel like an outsider. Something here at Sacred Roots that is not only welcome but encouraged is the reflective process. And I found that to be very, very helpful in my personal growth, seeking that continuous spiritual wayfaring towards Allah. It's not always about the external practice, but also about this internal reflective state that allows for that growth.
One thing that's really unique about the programming at Sacred Roots is it's often in a circle, and it is less of a lecture and more of a discussion. You are able to join into a conversation, pitch your idea, share your thoughts, share your knowledge, ask your questions. It's not uncommon to hear, let's circle up and discuss.
I think what's cool behind each event, there's like intent behind it, building stronger bonds or getting closer to God, understanding our faith better. There's a goal behind everything that's done here.
Come for Jummah, we come for prayer, and then at the end we can build these connections together, hang out with each other, and then it's just kind of formed into like becoming a true like sisterhood and brotherhood. If a new person comes in, we're not going to exclude them. We're going to like make sure to bring them in and have them be part of the same community. I feel good when I come into this space. I feel good when I see the same people that like I have a positive relationship with.
After a lecture is done, the crowd immediately erupts in conversation. That tells me that people here really love one another. They feel a sense of security and safety with one another, and they feel a sense of joy. That to me tells me the community is growing not just in terms of numbers, but it's growing in terms of depth of connection with one another. Unity is an important part of Muslim community life. Unity across ethnic group, across racial group, across class group, and across madhab.
Sacred Roots is setting out a new way, a way that resonates more with Muslims born and raised in America, where we can build a new culture, a new Islamic culture in America that resonates more with people born and raised here.
It's a growing community, and that means the space is shrinking. That's a good thing in the near term. When you have a smaller space, it actually kind of creates a sense of intimacy. In the medium term, however, we will need to begin looking at expanding our space. As our community grows, our financial needs grow. There's a large population of converts across the United States who look to Sacred Roots for a community for them to feel like they're at home intellectually, spiritually, and culturally. As more people desire that, then our funds will need to match that need.